What is the crack, ladies and gentlemen? This is your first ever back session. I'm just back from Glasgow. I'm a bit tired, but big emphasis on my back this time because my arms are apparently too defined for my weight anyway. So we're going to kind of almost completely ignore them. Let's get straight into it. Now, the ones I do are single arm across the body. Now, what that does is train your bicep and also chunky part of your forearm, which is here. So it comes up and it trains this part, which is how you make your arm look massive, which is why I train both at the same time. I don't train forearms, so it works out. Exam season has officially started, but that doesn't mean that we stop going to the gym. We just rearrange our priorities. So bed at 10 a.m., no, bed at 10 p.m., up at 6, go to the gym, and then I'm free for the rest of the day to do whatever studying I have to do, which as a student I would recommend you do. Get your obligations out of the way first thing in the morning, and then you have free reign with the rest of your day so you can start looking into your past papers, your regular studying, etc., because it works for me and it de-stresses me a lot, especially when the amount of stress that I have right now is insane. So do everything you can to optimize your time. Although morning sessions are better for you, I think there's a big difference between morning and evening sessions in terms of strength-wise, because I feel like if I was properly warmed up and, spray, I could do 24s quite easily. And I can actually feel the cold in my muscles as I try to pick that up. So I'm going to keep going, but warm up efficiently, people, because I don't think I did. So going a bit controversial here, I think body positivity is being okay in a body in which you're trying to reach your highest potential, or the body that's going to make you feel happiest during your day to day, instead of thinking, okay, I hate my body, but I'm going to say I love it to convince myself that I love it. If I did that 6 months ago, I would still be fat as hell and still annoyed at my appearance. Just because there's this whole culture around body positivity doesn't mean you have to accept yourself as you are if you do not like yourself as you are. No, you should stay fat and, slay girl. No. If you don't like being fat, stop being fat. And if you like being fat, stay being fat. Trying to make a change, be nice to yourself and acknowledging that you're making the change to be better, to becoming this person that you want to be, rather than thinking, I'm such a fat piece of shit, when you're actively making a change. Because I stayed body positive. I was like, okay, I'm fat still, but I'm still making a change to going into being a better version of myself. Not thinking, I'm fat right now. I don't like it, but apparently everyone else does. People are never honest with you, ever. Unless they are really close to you, and in those times, they told me, you're a fat piece of shit. And I really appreciated them for that. But people are going to say to you, no, you look fine, Which is what happened to me before my holiday. People told me I looked fine when I looked like shit. So people do not have your best interests at heart. Do what you want to do. And your opinions are what you should act on, not what everyone else thinks that you should do. But love yourself for trying. Be positive that you're trying to become something else. And if you want to be fatter, love yourself for that too. That's fine. But don't try and justify a body that you don't want to be in. I don't know what I'm going to do for a full month after exams. I'm off from the 13th till the 16th. I'm back. It's insane. I'm unemployed. I can't go back to my old job because they tried scamming me out of £600. I had worked up all of these holidays over the course of the summer, and they tried to tell me that part-time workers do not get holidays. Now, I was on a 42.5-hour contract. That is not part-time. It's seasonal. So I work through the summer, but they try to tell me that I don't get holidays. That is bullshit. And that's not the law. But they tried to tell me it was. Me being a law student, I'm not taking that shit. And I said to them, that's breaking the law. I want to speak to your manager, my boss's manager. Instead of putting me on to my boss's manager, my boss just hung up with me and basically said, F you. I then called back, wanted to speak to the CEO. It's a small company. He said that he was in a meeting, and since I threatened to chase it up, their accounts called me back yet again and said, listen, Patrick, we're just going to pay you your £600. And I'm like, damn right, you're going to pay me my £600 because that's what I was owed. And see, the fact that they had tracked how many holidays I did have is proof they were tracking it and that I was owed it. This shit hurts for no reason. Actually, it hurts for a lot of reasons. On to the next one. I understand science-based lifting, but like I don't want to stress myself out that much. And it's not that I don't want it any less. It's just that I maybe don't care as much. If you aren't doing back day with wraps, you're doing back day wrong, because people say, "Oh, you're just being a good little kitten." That's not true. Okay. If I wanted to train forearms, I would train forearms. We're training back. We're training your back muscles, not your forearms. So why would I then limit how much weight I can take on my back to then create the most muscle growth? Only people with huge egos will do that, and you need to leave it at the door. Wrist straps for bench. You have weak wrists, okay. Make them stronger, then you don't need wrist straps. What is that, 70? Not great if drink. Okay, on to the next one. The next time I see you doing lat pull downs with this attachment, I'm gonna kill you. It's shit. You want something a bit shorter and something more controllable? It's just the other one is so big and goofy. It's just awful. You look how I can control the bar way more, unlike the other one. I can just exert more force because there's no torque on the end of the bar to like tip me this way around. It's not like too hard to control. Wait. Okay, that's a big win. Because last week it wasn't that high. But we're going to start using straps. Another thing, you can actually use your straps with a metal bar and not one of them plastic ones or whatever that material is. Because it's so hard to do the motorcycle with it. It's so hard, and so it's really, there's no point in doing it because it's going to take ages to like wrap it around yourself and like tighten it. I think it's impossible. Ooh. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Oh, that's good. I'm struggling quite a bit. If you're a fat guy like me and you're now coming into a winter bulk and you're afraid of getting fat, I am right there with you. Because it is actually terrifying to see yourself reverting back to the way you used to be and you're eating kind of more sloppier, or maybe less sloppier, but more. You're just eating more, and it terrifies you, and it terrifies me. So you're not alone in that sense. The only thing I can say is that you're the best you've ever looked in your life, and then suddenly you're throwing it all away for more muscle. And in the long run, it is a good investment, but you also need to realize that you're then going to start looking worse again, and you need to balance the good with the bad and say, is this worth my mental health? And for me, I think it is. It's only when I see myself with the top off, I'm like, I'm reverting. But then I see all the strength gains and I see all the muscle gains, and it suddenly becomes more worth it. However, if I start to go down the way and start hating myself again and start becoming depressed again, I obviously am going to start cutting again. But realize that you're going to get fat or fatter than you already are. You're going to get fatter. You're going to feel worse about yourself, but you need to manage expectations and say, okay, this is how fat I'm going to get. You create a timeline. So once you reach 85 kilo, you're going to go back to 75 within 10 weeks. And then you fix it, and then you go again and again. Weigh yourself every day. Take the average. Track your food. Track your macros. Go on your walk. Do your cardio. And you can control it. So be responsible with your bulk. I am extremely average. But at the same time, they all bring their own unique quality. That's why you're important. There's people in my life who I come to for advice, who I go to for a laugh, who I come to for intellectual purposes. Not that we're friends on a transactional basis, but it can work as that. You give me laughs, I give you advice about your breakup. And it's like we can expect things from each other which is why I really try and prioritize quality friendships over a quantity of friendships. You don't need all these people around you, people that don't understand the game you're trying to play and like the direction you're going, purely superficial. So this is just for a wider back. Too heavy. I don't think I've hit my bicep efficiently. I hate back and bows really badly. I hate them. I do not know why. I genuinely do think they're worse than legs. Hate winter. It's the worst time of the year. The worst. I don't care if there's Christmas and there's food or the worst time mentally, physically, everything. Yeah, it has to be done. I'm knackered. I don't know why, but a lot of stuff going on in the past few days. Went to a funeral, traveling a lot, exam stress, etc. Not using that as an excuse. I'm just using that as a preface as to why the session didn't go as well as I had hoped. That's actually okay because at least I went to the gym at 6. I trained, tried my best, gave it my all, and now we're free for the rest of the day to do what I need to do. Just study. I need to study for my exams now. One next Wednesday, one on the next Monday, and I have a volleyball game on the Sunday, so let's see what happens there. I went to a funeral and I've never been to one, especially for someone so close to me. But the one thing I picked up was the eulogy, and it kind of scared me a bit because yes, I am 20 years old, but what are they going to say about me on my death? What have I done? We serve ourselves by serving others. Essentially, we all benefit. Like, what interesting stories will I have had? What stories can I make? How can I make a bigger impact on other people's lives? Is basically what I got from that. And like the person that died brought a lot of joy into other people's lives, just from simply the way he acted. And I hope I can do the same. I hope I don't go out as someone who has any grievances with other people. You want to have things like always give back to his community. Hardest work I've ever seen in my life. It was a different type of atmosphere, something I'd never felt before in my life. And if you haven't had a funeral yet, then it's surreal. But anyway, back on track. Got a new suit, looked well in it. I'm so happy I lost all the weight because I look damn good in a suit. I'll tell you that much. Anyway, that was back in buys. My least favourite day. Tomorrow is chest day. If I can go to the gym, I'm not sure if I will. I'm not sure if I'll take a rest day. I'm actually feeling, no, I'll probably will go to the gym. But hope you enjoyed. Comment, follow, like, subscribe, all that good stuff. I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.